I just work all day, every day. 32 orders that I gotta get to. There goes. I have no idea what I'm doing. None. Yay. Anywho, I'm gonna get back to work. So, yeah. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing so good. Today is Tuesday. Hold on. Tuesday. Wow, none of my stuff is on. What day is it? It's October 8th. How strange, my phone wasn't telling me. How very strange. Anywho, today is October 8th. I've got a lot to do today. The first thing I have to do is what in the world? Anyways, I have a lot to do today. Lots to do today. Let me tell you what I gotta do today, because I just turned on my computer and of course I'm like already diving in. Okay, first I did my hair, I did my makeup. I didn't do my hair because it's probably gonna be in a clip today. I'm trying to embrace both the naked face and full makeup face because you know what? I love makeup and I love to do my makeup. And I just think that it's fun and I want to do it and it's fancy. I have a lot to do today. Let's talk about it. The first thing I have to do is I absolutely need to work on orders. I have a couple of emails I got to get through. I have all of the orders that I need to get to here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 orders that I gotta get to. I've got 2 emails that I gotta figure out. I also need to post and prep content, and I gotta finish up moving around the inventory area, which I did a lot yesterday, but I didn't get to finish it because the day literally escaped. I think what I have to do today is I have to do a little bit of time blocking so that I can get at least a little bit of everything done. It's 9 o'clock right now. Tomorrow, my daughter is getting some dental work done, so she will be home with me tomorrow, and then on Thursday, she has a half day. So I have her with me while I'm working a little bit, so I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to film because I have decided to not put my kids out on the internet because the internet is scary for kids and I just want to protect their innocence as much as possible. So I'm going to make myself a little time block schedule today, try and hit 3 major things. Orders, organizing, and content. The whole thing is my inventory area is like pretty important when it comes to orders because that's like where all of the charms and stuff are. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is go through and do cutters and transfer papers for all of these orders. And then I can organize the area a bit more to where I can successfully get to the charms and everything, then focus on some content. So I'm gonna make myself a timed schedule today, which I don't always do. I don't always give myself like specific times to get things done because I don't always have like multiple priority tasks. Usually it's like, okay, today is content. Okay, today is orders. But I have quite a few things that I want to really get done. So I made this planner yesterday actually. And I used to be a teacher, technically still am. I was a full-time teacher for like 10 years. So I work best with this kind of planner that has blocks based on like subject, you know? So what's nice about it is I bought this like binding system and I very much like that because it makes it feel official while still not spending a lot of money and also having it be catered to me. Back when I was teaching a lot, aka full time, I used to always download these daily planners, like daily print off sheets with times from this website called The Scattered Squirrel, and I love her printables. And it's all free. Highly suggest going to scatteredsquirrel.com. She's great. I've been using her for literally ever. So I am going to print out a couple of her daily timed schedules and print them out and get some timed things figured out. But it's so great. Her stuff is so great. Just the way that she has it all scheduled out. I love it. I'm gonna do this daily sheet. Okay, so I just kind of planned out my day, roughly. I'm going to set some timers on my phone to remind me to switch gears. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on these orders, and one of the things that I have to do is I have to watch my vlog that my editor did. And while I'm watching that, I'm going to work on these orders, so kind of do two at one time. Two things at one time. So let's set an alarm for 11. I used to do time blocks a lot, actually. So 11 a.m., that's when I'm gonna work on the basement. And then at 1 o'clock, I'm gonna work on content. I like that plan. It's a good plan. So yeah, I'm gonna work on these orders because then I can kind of figure out if anything else needs to be printed. I could probably print it and get it done by the end of the day, actually. So it's gonna be a lot of me just kind of working. It's gonna be a lot of me working, which is exactly what I do every day. I just work all day, every day. All right, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10 a.m. I just went through and did the cutter filling for the orders, and that's fine. That's good. So a lot of my cutters failed, like on my prints. So I need to go through and reprint items, and that's gonna be just fine because there's not that many. Oh, my battery's gonna die. No, because there's not that many. I think I can print and get them done by today. So I'm gonna load up my printers, charge this battery, get to work on some charms for 1 more hour in this time block. Okay. I love you. Dudes. Holy heck. That took me 45 minutes to get those printers going. I am now seeing how much time it really does take, because at 11 I am supposed to be reorganizing the basement, which is fine because I did the cutters and stuff, but I didn't do the transfer paper. That's gonna take a long time. I just loaded up my printers. I haven't eaten yet. I have to eat, and I do need to reorganize the basement. Like, I really do. So yeah, I watched the vlog footage. It's good. I have to prep up the first vlog, which actually I can do that. It won't take me long. I am hungry and we have no food in the house, so I'm gonna have to order something, which is again fine. Sometimes I think that the medicine I'm on is making me lose weight. That, and then sometimes I realize that I really don't eat that much. I've lost 60 pounds this year. That's crazy. It's actually been almost a year since my start. I started on January 1st, my weight loss journey, and I stopped like trying to actively lose weight in like May. It's been about maintaining and transforming and gaining muscle now, because I don't have a lot of fat on my body, which I don't say in like a very like, I don't have fat in my body. I say like, I worked really freaking hard to get that off, and now I like need more mass in a muscular way. Don't want to be too thin, you know what I mean? Gotta be healthy. That's a very sensitive subject for a lot, so I won't be chatting about it. But I'm going to start organizing and cleaning up the basement. I have to. But I also need to eat, so I'm gonna stop to eat. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and order some food. Then once I kind of organize the basement area inventory a little bit, it'll be way easier than work. Hello. It is still Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And it is 1:25. My timer went off for me to start working on content. So what I did get done with these orders is pretty much got all the charms figured out, the cutters figured out, and then the only thing left to do is transfer paper. So that's really good, actually. I am going to try and figure out what content to prepare. I did organize as I go with my packing area, my inventory area, which I do really like. I really do like the way that that is going right now. And I really want to plan out my content for like at least this week and next week. And since a lot of these orders need to be cleaned up and prepped for prints that are printing right now, it's okay for me to pause, and I can also clean these up while my kids are home tonight. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with this block schedule type thing, which kind of knew that this is what I needed to do. And I don't want it to sound like it's like a concrete thing because everything obviously can change. Day to day, things can change, but I'm pretty pleased with the amount of work that I got done so far. I always tend to be like, oh my God, it's 2:30 or it's 3 o'clock. Where did the time go? And some things I realize take a lot longer than other things. So moving forward, I will keep that into consideration when it comes to planning. But all right, I am going to eat this sandwich and plan my content or have a protein. I'm gonna have a protein bar. I like have protein bars ready for me at all times. Because sometimes I just don't have an appetite, but I know I need to eat. So protein bars are the way to go. Back to work. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly voice some of my thoughts really quick. So I've been noticing the market kind of change, and one of the things that I have been noticing is that a lot of people, there's a lot of competition, and two, if people are on social media, there's now shops directly linked to their social media, like TikTok shop, or like you can have your Instagram connected to your shop. So one of the things I want to do is prioritize putting my products out in reels, almost like they're shopping on Instagram, like putting the product out there and then putting the price as well. Because I think that once people see my prices, I think that they'll be like, oh wow, that's a really good price. I just am gonna try and make some more content like that. And what's nice is I can just do that on Canva, and I can pre-make some of them. I mean, it's pretty effective content, I think, because it's essentially putting products out there that wouldn't be out there, and it's eliminating people going to my page, then going to my website and shopping. It's almost like they see it right there and they are consuming the product via my reel or my post. If they really like it, then they're gonna click and wanna get it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cutting out the natural shopping clicking, you know what I mean? So it's like reaching out to people to purchase without expecting them to just go to my website and shop. You know, I look at it as like essentially like a newsletter or marketing letter, you know? So I made a content schedule that I think is gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna do like themed days. So on Mondays, I wanna post something about making something. So like I call it Make It Monday, where I make something with the items in my shop, obviously. And then Tuesday, I want to post a reel about a technique or doing something unique to clay that could be teaching wise. Then Wednesdays, I want to do a What You Need Wednesday, where I kind of go through and make a reel where I'm posting products out there. And that's on Wednesday, and that's easy. I can pre-make those. Thursday, I have as a tentative, like either skip day, or I can post something that's already pre-made. I put transfer paper Thursday because I have so many transfer papers, and that's another thing. It's like I just want to put out transfer paper stuff, whether it's me making it or just a scroll video. And then I have Fun Friday where I can do like social trends or like funny videos, relatable content, a little bit more of like my face, I guess. And then on Saturday, I have Small Business Saturday where I like pack a video, or I give tips and tricks, or I can showcase some more products and different things like that. No, not showcasing products. That's Sunday. Sunday is Spotlight Sunday, which is another like showcase of products. So I have 2 days a week where I'm showcasing products, and I printed out like a master list of all my products. I'm gonna put the date next to when I made it or put it out there so that I don't make duplicates or whatever. But what's nice about these like spotlight videos or product videos, like What You Need Wednesday or Spotlight Sunday, is it can be a pre-made video, or I can do a like live film video, not like a still animated video on Canva. I can like videotape myself showing the product, either way. So I think that that's a good way to push products that have already been launched and can bring new life to items that are already available, and put it out there for consumers to eliminate the expectation of them finding it on their own. You know, that's the whole thing, is you have to be able to show what you're selling or show what you're doing and continue to allow that content to live and put it in the hands of your customers rather than hoping that your customers come to you, because everybody is so busy in their life. You cannot expect someone to just find you and to just shop your website on a whim anymore. You know, it used to be like that when I didn't have a lot of competition, but now I have a lot of competition, and people are fighting for views, essentially, or their place to be consumed by customers. And they're putting out products and different examples of how to use their products and stuff. So I'm hoping that having this structure where I kind of am hitting multiple different layers of my products and how to use them, and pushing out new products and showing old products, will allow me to, 1, plan ahead, 2, stay on top of it and be smart about it, and 3, basically allow myself less pressure and work, because for some reason I kept thinking to myself, you gotta sit down and create, you gotta sit down and create. Well, yes, I do, but also I don't have to create 7 days a week. I can create and push out creative content 2 out of 3 days a week, rather than busting my ass to do it 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Because
part of it is allowing people to have creativity in their own aspect, but you also need to inspire them and to hook them into saying, well, you can make this too with my product. It's a very strange balance for me because I'm definitely someone who like loves to be creative in her own way, but also like I need to be creative to push sales. And I just feel like I don't have a background in sales and marketing and advertising, so I really haven't found that like structure and desire for it. Even though, I mean, I feel inspired by it now that I have it all written down and figured out, and I have like a list of different examples and things. I sometimes sit down and I'm like, what do I do? Where do I go? What do I create? Well, now I like narrowed it down to where it's like, okay, you can do this. You can do a quartz slab, a terrazzo slab, a pattern slab, checkerboard, use a texture mat, use a transfer paper, make a bookmark, make earrings, make Stanley cup toppers, make a trinket dish. Like I have it all written down even over there. So like if I sit down to go film, I have a guideline of ways to create smart and still let your creativity go and flow. So, because it is not cute to push creativity. It is not cute. It's not fun. It will burn you out. And I want to be able to create freely and with love, and expecting myself to make 5 creating videos, that's wild. I can't do that. But 2 to 3 a week? Yes. But knowing that I can also push out good content without me needing to film and edit, brilliant, brilliant. So I am going to prep up this reel showcasing Christmas items that I have already released. I'm going to put the name of it, and then I'm going to put how much it costs in the reel. And then what I also can do is tag those products in my story with a direct link to where they are to make it easier for people to shop. That's my thought. That's my 2 cents. I have no idea what I'm doing. None. 0 idea. Like, is it a good idea? Sure, in the moment it feels good. I don't know. Is it sustainable? I hope. Who knows? But I do know I can no longer feel guilty and be upset at myself for not creating 24/7. I cannot. It's just not realistic, you know? So I also have a little note on my desk that says, content doesn't have to be hard, it just has to be filmed. Like, my job, the things that I do every day, is content. People want to consume that, they want to see that. I just have to film it. I just have to actually like film the content so that you can put it out so you stay relevant in the world. And social media and having a presence and good content is something that is new to me, stressful. It's easy to compare yourself to others, and when you compare yourself to others, you always are going to feel like you're not good enough. And a lot of times I have to remind myself that in the world of social media, what we consume is not always reality. It's just a small glimpse of reality. It's not all day, every day. And also, people's lives are just different, and their priorities are different, and the responsibilities they have are different. And, you know, in my case, it's hard for me not to feel like I'm not good enough or not doing enough, because it is just me, with the help of my husband sometimes packing orders. But otherwise, it's just me. And I'm a mom, have been trying to take care of myself, and I'm doing all of the things for my business, and I prioritize being present for my family. Other competitors and other small businesses, we're not in the same pool. You know, even another polymer clay tool creator, they might not have children. That's an effect. Take it or leave it for what it is, but it's true. I mean, that's a responsibility and a choice that I made in my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world, and I'm thankful every single day for that, but that does contribute to my time. So, you know, people who don't necessarily have children or have help in other ways, such as an employee or a partner, a business partner, or hire out help for anything, those people are not in the same pool as me. So everybody is different, and I cannot compare myself and my content to other people because we're not the same. And it's so easy to think that you're the same online or in your own head. So if you're someone who is also struggling with something like that and comparing yourself and thinking that you're not doing enough, you're not pushing enough sales, you're doing great. And in therapy, my therapist would always tell me, is anyone actually telling you that you are not doing enough? Is anyone actually telling you that you are not good enough? And I would say no. And she said, well, then the that narrative is coming from within yourself and can only be changed within yourself. So you can choose how you feel and think about things. Now, if somebody was externally telling you that you're not doing enough, obviously that's a different story. But like most of the time, I feel like women, we are always telling ourselves that we are not good enough or not doing enough. And that's just a really hard thing to accept and manage, and it's not obtainable, it's not realistic. And that's that. I have to remind myself of that a lot. Like the things and the pressure that I put on myself, although I wouldn't change that because I am a go-getter and I love that I still have a fire to want to do more and be better, I should look at that as a positive and not a negative. Like embrace it with open arms and kindness and support that mindset rather than look at it in a negative light. You know what I mean? Look at it as it's more work to do, I have to do more. Look at it as I'm excited to do what I can. And if I can only do so much, at least I did that. Having that positivity in your mind is a choice. And I'm gonna get real deep here for a second, but this year in particular, this past year and this year, I have done a lot of self-acceptance in the aspect of joy is not my body's first reaction to things. Anxiety and fear is a natural thing that comes without me trying. And instead of feeling bad about that, I accept that of myself and actively choose joy. It's a practice almost. And I've heard other people talk about this as well, where they say like positivity and joy, it is a practiced characteristic. Some people naturally feel joy in their life. Like it comes naturally all the time. I am not one of those people, and I don't mean to say like I'm depressed or I have like negativity. I mean, I do have negativity issues, but I am acceptant and aware of it, and I am actively in the process of almost like rewiring the way that I approach situations, relationships, conflict, anything in life, anything. It's kind of exciting, scary, and rewarding in a way to know that you're working on yourself in that sense, but it doesn't mean that it's perfect all the time or I'm doing great all the time. It's a practice. It takes time, and I don't think it will ever be perfected, but it's a lifelong choice and practice to choose happiness and joy in everything. So there's that. Wow. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anywho, I'm gonna get back to work. Love you. Love you so much. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your mind. Oh, in case you were wondering, it is now 5 o'clock. And I'm still working because I have to get these orders out. Oh my god, I gotta get them out. Prepare for the jump scare. It's 8:30. I'm still working. Almost done. My husband took my children to the grocery store because we don't have any groceries, and when he gets home, it's going to be absolutely everybody go to bed. I got most of the orders done, and I really didn't think I was going to. I have to reprint just one item from 3 orders. Oh, my brain hurts so bad. I need to print out the customs forms. Here goes another order. Let's see if we can get it this time. Yay. All right, I'm going to sign off for today. I am ready for bed. I love you. Love you. Bye-bye.